Morning guys, thought I'd make some bread this morning. Well, I make bread every morning, but I thought I'd bring you in and let you share my experience of making bread. I make a small loaf every day, so I've got fresh bread every day. Right, anyway, I'll show you how easy it is. I tried some other ways of doing it, but found it a little bit sticky and gooey and all that sort of stuff. This is about the best method I've found anyway, and I thought I'd share it with you. Anyway, what I'm using is a strong white bread flour. Basically, get it at your local stores. Kilo of bread flour. I use 250 grams for a loaf. That gives me 4 loaves from one bag. And one bag costs you 85 pence. Okay, or should cost you 85 pence. So that's what we use. So next ingredient is strong bread yeast, strong dry bread yeast, and they call it easy yeast, easy baking yeast. That can cost you 4 or 5 quid a packet in some places. In other places you get it for £1.50, so shop around for it. You get it for about £1.50. That I must have made 10 or 15 loaves with it, maybe about 10 loaves with it. So the last one I had, this is a newer one. Yeah, you get about 15 loaves out of it. Okay, so not bad. So basically all it is a dessert spoon, you know, one you eat your apple crumble with, and basically a level, or I would say below level, tablespoonful of, so it's not a heaped tablespoonful, it's a absolute level tablespoonful of baking yeast. Okay, that goes in the flour, sprinkling it evenly over on top. Now I'm pretty sure the art of this, I've done it, made a few loaves. The art of this is every dry ingredient you put in, get your fork like this, and toss it up in the air like that, and mix it well in. So you basically put your fork under the yeast and the flour, flick it up in the air, and that will distribute the yeast in amongst the flour absolutely perfectly. Raining this morning, and they're still going up and down with the boats. Right, that's the yeast mixed in. The next item on the agenda is teaspoon of sugar, same thing, just mix it in, like that. Level teaspoonful of salt, like that. Remember, this is only for a 250 gram loaf, or 250 grams of flour we start with. So I've never weighed the loaf actually. I'll have to weigh it when I bake it. We'll weigh it at the end and see what weight loaf we get. Right, so 250 grams of flour, teaspoonful of salt, teaspoonful of sugar, teaspoonful of yeast, 2 tablespoonfuls of olive oil. Two level tablespoonfuls of olive oil. There. That's hot water. We don't want hot water. We want warm water. And just out of experience, it's just got to be warm, not hot. That's hot. That's still a bit hot. That's warm. Okay. Difference between hot water is you can't hold your hand in it. Warm water, you can. Cold water, you know what I'm saying, you gotta sort of like just hold your hand in it. You put your fingers in, you think, ooh, that's too hot. It is too hot. And if you can put your fingers in and think, well, it's just nice, and that's it, right? Where do I put that to then? Done my usual trick of putting something down and losing it. And I'll put that to, there it is over there. This is a, put my glasses on. This is a 660 milliliter thingamajig, measuring thing. Basically I use 4 of these, or is it 5? I think it's, no, it's 5, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, okay. And then it's just a matter of mixing the ingredients together nice and gently, and you know when you get the right water consistency is when you can actually clean the bowl with the mixture as you go around. So there's no, like, I say, I've over watered that a bit really, but it's not a problem, because what we can do is, yeah, I've used a bit too much water in that. So at this point, I used a bit, so it is four of those. Just add a little bit of flour over the top, and that will help us to tidy that up. So when you're mixing it, you don't want it as wet that it's sticking to the side of the bowl. Okay, all your fingers, which it is there. Make sure you wash your hands before you start, yeah. Right then, that's that. So there we are. Let's get my fingers in there now. Don't need that one again. Right, so basically what I'm doing is, I'll drop you down a bit. Basically what I'm doing is just basically moving it about. That extra flour I put in, I'm just cleaning the bowl all the way around the sides. You can see it there. Like that. In there, like that. I think you've got it there. Right, so just a matter of getting everything out of that mixture. Drop it on there. If there's anything left in the bowl, just tip it into the middle of the bread there. Excuse me. Right then. So here we go. That's just a matter now. Change the camera so you can see where I'm at. So here we are. Just a matter of rolling it basically. You do it with one hand or two hands. Just use the palms of your hands. A little bit of flour on the surface so it doesn't stick. Yeah. And all we're trying to do is get a nice even consistency to the dough. Okay. As you use up the flour on the surface, if it's still a bit sticky, yeah, that's all it's a matter of doing. Mess this one up a little bit. I made them a bit too wet. Should only use 4 of those. Should only use 4 of those things on the thing. There you go. Now it's just a matter of yeah, so just keep working it. You could make a 500 gram loaf. And make one every 2 days, I suppose, if you wanted to. They do a wholemeal flour as well, which is quite nice. I couldn't get hold of any last time I went shopping. Yeah, so for those of you who like bits in your bread or brown bread, there's 2 types. You can get whole one where they use leave the bits of grain, cases of the grain in it, and there's now then, there's it's a bit chilly out there today, so I shall switch the oven on. Yeah, I shall switch the oven on. So we got still a bit sticky, sticking to the thing there, but that'll do us there. Right, now just clean the rest of the last of the bits out of there. Yeah. run out of olive oil virtually, but there's enough here to do that with. £7.80 for a bottle of olive oil. That's what Brexit brought us. £7.80 for a bottle of olive oil. Well, unbelievable. All you need to do is just rub a bit of olive oil in and around a bowl, and then pick your dough up, drop it in the middle, flatten it down a bit. Get a tea towel, drop it over the top, doing on heat wise. Let's let that warm up a little bit more. Give my hands a wash. Yeah, so it's just warming the oven up. Yeah, that's good. Turn the oven off. Don't put your cloth in there with the oven on. Okay, turn the oven off. Okay, then that one goes in like that. See, yeah, that's not too bad. And just leave him in there for about 20-30 minutes. Yeah. Just give me work surface a clean there. I've got to put a shelf up there on here for me sauces and that, but I must admit I'm thinking about building one of those plate rack things that the Crowbot's built, because I've got my computer there at the moment, but slowly getting it organised here. It's basically working hard on the winter's coming now, so I'm building storage for me coal and me lighting sticks, not necessarily wood, but coal for me coal and me lighting sticks. So I've got I think last year I burnt 20 odd bags of coal, and quite a few bags of lighting sticks, so I'm going to pick up kindling as I go along the cut. There's quite a few bits of dry broken twigs in the edge, so I'm going to pick that up as I go along, put it in me top boxes, and get me coal as I go along, and that should get me through the winter. So I've been concentrating on that mostly. So I've taken my solar panels off the roof now and put top boxes under them, so I got storage. I've already gone up 140 mil deep. That's a bag of coal you can get about, if you flatten it out, it's about 120 millimeters high, so I can get me bags of coal in there if I need to. So that's that'll be good. And one of the things that was a pain is is getting hold of going out and getting fresh bread, fresh milk. I'm using long life milk, and basically this is me. So basically, that's my storage spaces under the floor. So we got 1 block of fat, 10 blocks of butter, lump of cheese, milk. I get 10 bottles of milk, 10 blocks of butter, block of lard, and a block of cheese, and then that's me pasta, cereal, bread flour, 1, 2, 3, 4, and cake flour or crumble flour. I've got one of those at the moment. I'll get to 5 of those. I normally get 5, so I get 10 milk, 10 butter. That lasts me through, or gives me a good stock anyway, so I can cruise for a couple of months or so before I really need to go and find anything else. And then meat, veg, all that sort of stuff you just pick up along the way as you go. The floor hatches there, basically that's how they work. It's in front of fire, which is not a good thing, but then in the winter this is not too bad, because the last thing you want to do is pick up a block of frozen butter, do you? So maybe that will just keep it warm enough to get it the right temperature, I'm hoping. Anyway, that's that. So we'll switch you off for now, and we'll bring you back when we're right. Then guys, let's have a look, see what we got. There we are. I'll put them in the oven there, take the thing off, close that, shut the oven door, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, should have doubled in size. So when we first put it in there, it was down about there, and now it's up to there. Okay, so it's doubled in size basically, and it's all sort of like fluffy. Yeah. Next job to do is to what they call beating that back. So basically, it's just a matter of taking a little drop more flour. Just a little drop. Like that. Taking your bowl, tipping them up, and this is where the olive oil comes in, because it doesn't stick to the bowl then. Hold it in the dry top of it in your hand like that, and it's a bit wet and sticky on the bottom. Drop that in the flour like that, and all we want to do is just knock it back, incorporate that extra flour you got there, and yeah, basically just roll it back. That's all we're looking at doing. There you are, that's not bad. Square the ends up a bit. Rub that around in there. There's a little bit too much fat in there. We don't want to fry it, we just want to stop it from sticking to the container. Yeah, so it goes in there. Right, that's in there. I'm happy with the the size and the shape of the loaf. I'll just peel them off the floor there a bit. Got to be a little bit gentle with it. Then all I do is just give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slices. Should have opened it up. It all started off making the dough too wet. Just putting too much instead of putting 4 in. I put 5 things of water in there. Whether this one's going to turn out nice or not, I don't know. But yeah, a little bit too wet, the dough. So we drop that one in there like that. That's basically what we're looking for. Okay, bearing in mind I've knocked that back, so that's going to double in size, so it should come up to about that high, but we'll see. That's that one. Cover him over again. That was the one, wasn't it? That one there. Drop him back there. Let's get rid of this extra flour. Pop that in the bin. There we go. Goes in there. Right then, that's that. That's the bread for a minute. Dear oh dear, I'm not having too much luck today. Everything's diddly-do today. One of the problems living on a narrowboat is you ain't got that much room to put your arms out, have you? It's sort of like everything's sort of like, it's like working in a corridor, isn't it, really? Right, that's that. So we'll leave it at that. You need to set the oven at around 60 to 80 degrees. I don't know what that's, gas mark 6 I think it is. Preheat your oven so your oven's hot, okay, and bang them in there. I normally bang them in for about 30 minutes. All you have to do is, it should come out your container quite easily, is use a set of oven gloves or whatever, take it out, just tap your loaf out, tap the bottom with your finger, and if it sounds hollow then it's good. Then guys, got the bread out of the oven, left in just a little too long. As you can see, it's but lovely and crunchy, lovely and crispy. There you go. That's what you get there, all ready for me cheese sandwich. Good slice of bread, good thick crust on it, not bad at all. Quite happy with that. So anyway, there you guys, that's how easy it is to make a loaf, and dead easy to cook them. Because say you're getting 4 loaves a day, you'll get 4 of them, so that's nearly a week's worth of bread for 85 pence. So plus your thing, so a couple of quid, 50 pence a loaf. So it's not bad, is it, really? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I've got some more videos coming out. I'm having a few problems with my tripod and one thing and another, setting things up. I'm waiting for some magnets to come, because I had my tripod on top of the boat the other day trying to do a bit of videoing on making me top boxes, and the boat went past me at 1,000 miles an hour and nearly knocked my camera in the water. Luckily enough, I tied it off with a rope, but no explanation, nothing, just shot straight on past. I'm I need to be somewhere. And so yeah, I'm going to fit some magnets to the bottom of my tripod, so that sort of thing can't happen again. Yeah, so just learning, really learning the tricks of the trade. Could do with somebody down to help me, teach me how to do it, really. But there you go. Yeah, it's a lot easier with Ali about, I must admit, because she gets all the camera angles and everything right, where I'm still learning. So anyway,